First, we're in a recession. The value of the dollar is decreasing. The oil sector in Alberta is contracting. In August, the unemployment rate rose to 7%. So staying the course is not the best course of action. The Green Party of Canada, we will focus on growing the economy by shifting to a green economy. We will create jobs in renewable energy and efficiency. For every $1 million invested into oil and gas, you produce 2 jobs. For every $1 million invested into clean and sustainable energy, you produce 15 jobs. So that is where the future job creation is. We will create jobs also by promoting the retrofitting of homes and businesses to make them more energy efficient. Thousands of green-collar jobs will be created to manufacture, install, operate, and maintain wind turbines, solar panels, public transit vehicles, and other elements of a sustainable economy. We will increase taxes on corporations, on large corporations, back to the 2009 level of 19%. Right now, the corporate taxes in Canada are the lowest in the industrialized world, but this favorable tax rate isn't translating into job creation. In fact, corporations are hoarding their money offshore, and it's what economists call dead money, $600 billion not being reinvested into the economy. On the other hand, small businesses are responsible for 70% of job creation in our economy. To foster that, the Green Party of Canada will cut small business taxes by 2 percentage points down to 7%. To help fund the economy, we will legalize, regulate, and tax marijuana. We believe in fair taxes. We will reduce taxes on things that we want, like income and unemployment and employment, and we will increase taxes on things that we don't want, like greenhouse gases. As for students living in Brantford, we hope to retain them by creating a vibrant green economy here in Brantford. We have the means, we have educated people that we need to do that. We can utilize clean energy, solar, wind. We can also utilize the Grand River to produce energy. And once we start producing a surplus of energy, we can start selling that and exporting that to other jurisdictions, other cities, other countries. And that will certainly help boost the local economy in Brantford.
In reverse order, I'm going to talk about the housing. I'm going to talk about the housing piece first. Like I was saying earlier, we have so many students in this community who love this community. They come here, they want to stay here, but we have this interesting gap in housing. We have, and you know it, I think most of you in this room probably have gone through this. We have student housing, which there is accessibility to housing, 6 people in a house and the rest of it, you can afford it. And I remember doing that not that long ago myself. And then we have $300,000 homes. And the in-between is not really great. So young people who are in that 25 to 30-year-old range are leaving school and saying, I can't be housed here in an affordable manner. I can't make it work when I'm here. So we're losing a lot of them to places like Guelph and Hamilton, where you can get a 1-bedroom apartment in Hamilton, almost all-inclusive for $550, close to downtown, close to transit, close to amenities, and there's a job market there that's a little more friendly to 25 to 30-year-olds. Okay, so how do we flip this around? Well, one of the things we need to do is increase our transit links. One of the things I'm proposing is transit links between Six Nations, Brant County, and the city so that we can help foster a go-ready environment here to get the GO train and the GO buses coming here, which will help people stay here while they pursue work out of town and in town. We've already talked in several debates about temp agencies and what we can do on the federal level around that. And I mentioned before when we talk about youth employment, the 40,000 jobs that we would create for young people, utilizing a $200 million fund, working with NGOs, working with corporations, and making sure that students get that first job under their belt so that they can ease into employment in a very tough market, but we can make it happen.
This is about the year 2008. There's about an additional 170,000 young people who are young jobs for recent graduates that have just gone missing. And we need a plan that's going to kickstart an investment to have those plans ready, as I said in my introduction, for you tomorrow. We want a plan for the people that are today and tomorrow, not just of future generations, not putting it on our grandchildren to solve or to have them fund it either. So there's a couple things I think we can have here that are starting, and I think we'll see more of their development and growth in the near future. So one of those things is the launch pad that Laurier has, and I think that could work very well with our plan for innovation, which was just announced yesterday. We're proposing $200 million per year for 3 years into innovation, and that will go to business incubators and accelerators, including research facilities such as universities, to help fund student research assistants and new developments in technology. The other thing that I know that we're trying to get going here is the gaming program. We also have UA 67 here, and it's a training facility, and I think working with them and the great training facility on Six Nations, there could be a lot of opportunities. And how we're going to leverage that is promoting, again, the number one thing that Brantford Brant has, and that's our location. We're an hour from Toronto, we're 30 minutes or 20 minutes down from Hamilton, we're close to Buffalo, we're close to Detroit, Sarnia, we are good on rail lines and highways. We have a place where you want to be to invest and have an operation. We are also proposing $20 billion into green jobs with a specific emphasis on new trainees, so fresh youth out to get those jobs. And of course, we have our detailed youth employment plan, which is $1.3 billion over 3 years, which is 13 times more than some of our opposition that is offering that. And that's going to create 40,000 youth jobs each year for 3 years through an annual investment of $300 million in the youth employment strategy, 5,000 into green jobs, 40 million annually to help employers to do co-op placements, and to modernize the youth service program with a $25 million investment. So I think there's a lot of opportunities there with the Liberal Party to help support you with your work.
I'll talk specifics about what was included in the last 2 federal budgets. We increased funding for the youth employment strategy, investing $330 million annually in youth programming to provide skills development and work experience for summer students and recent postgraduate students. We supported 5,000 more paid internships for recent post-secondary graduates, confirming the support for Pathways to Education Canada. We invested up to $14 million in Futurepreneur Canada from 2015 to 2017 to support young entrepreneurs. And we funded about an additional 1,000 internships in 2014-15 through the National Research Council's Industrial Research Program and Innovative Small and Medium-Sized Companies. That's what we've done to assist in helping the transition. The important part of education for graduates out of post-secondary often is the skills are not matched to the employer's needs. We're working on the Canada Job Grant to change that, to have employers be partners within the education system, to be able to define what it is they need as skill sets. I have 3 daughters that graduated university. Each one of them had to take 1 additional years at a community college to get the skill sets that they needed to be employed. They're all gainfully employed now, doing very well, but they needed that to get the skill sets that the employers that they were hoping to move forward with needed. So they had to spend 1 additional year in a community college after a university general arts degree. We need to change that. We need to change the partnerships between business, polytechnics, community colleges and universities to integrate those skills within current programming. Now, just on the housing front, if I might just say, locally, about a month and a half ago, before the election started, actually that was about a month and a half ago, wasn't it, Mark? We announced here in the community, just on the fringe of the downtown, on Grand River Ave, 248 units of affordable housing in 2 specific towers. The provincial government put in $6 million. The federal government, I was able to bring $6 million to the table. It's a 3P partnership with a private developer. It's a wonderful development down on overlooking the river, providing housing. We need more of that. That's one step towards the housing requirement. We need more because this provides affordable housing for those who are looking to get into the entry-level type of rental situations, and also, frankly, the entry-level ownership situations that young people need to have in terms of what's available for them.